Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm with Russ, and the interviewer is getting interviewed today. He's been a part of our team for the past 6 months, and we truly appreciate his presence. But him being here definitely has some perks, not for just us, also for himself. He firsthand has got to experience them because he's been in the trade for the past 3 weeks and he is been making money. And the reason why he was able to enter that trade was because he picked up some crucial skills being on this trading floor, which is understanding macroeconomics and how to use in his advantage to make money from them. So Russell, do you have anything to say about the trade that you're in?
Yeah, so I went long on soybeans due to the fact that China stopped buying soybeans in retaliation for the extended assault on them by the trade wars and by the escalating tariffs. So soybean prices have been plummeting, and now China have said that they are going to be purchasing again. So sentiment now is making the soybean futures market rally. So it's gone up 40% in 3 weeks. So that's quite a substantial result, right?
It really is 40%. Most hedge funds don't even make 20% in a year, and you made 40% in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, yeah. It's got me like on a bit of a sort of like research thing. So this picture has actually been going back to 2022. So that's when the soybean price actually started falling. So it was for a number of factors. First factor was that Brazil had a bumper crop, so there was obviously more supply. And at the same time, China use a lot of soybeans obviously for food purposes, but they use soybean meal to feed pigs and stuff. And after this swine flu epidemic, their hog stock is actually quite low. So obviously that means the demand is low, but the supply is high. Mixed into that factor as well, America was aggressively hiking interest rate, which made the dollar rally. So, you know, as an importer, would you be choosing to buy your soybeans from a country where, you know, the currency is like super valuable? So so those factors basically made that chart drop all the way from May 2022. There's other factors as well. In case you didn't know, like soybean is actually used as a biofuel during COVID. As you probably know, oil prices were at some of the lowest that they've ever been. Why would people be buying soybean to make biofuel if they can just use oil for cheaper, basically? So those factors made it go low. The China tariff situation drove it even lower, and now with this new trade deal, just the sentiment alone, I know that they haven't actually bought huge amounts. As traders, I think it's important to realize that we're trading on sentiment. We're not actually trading on the actual value, especially if you're trading in the futures market. So the sentiment now for soybeans is a massive recovery, hence the 40% rally.
That sounds really insightful, and honestly, you've done really deep research to be able to get to conclusions and also invest your hard-earned money into soybeans, because I would have never thought that there's a market that can give you 40% returns, right, in a very short span of time. But I guess it's all about being at the right time and the right place.
Yep.
Utilizing the knowledge that you have gained. Most people just like to hold information and not do much with it, but you have went ahead and implemented it, especially after seeing how quickly the graduates or the scholars have started making money being with us, understanding macroeconomics and fundamentals. So I think it just goes to show that you just need to hear the right things and just be at the right place in the right time.
Yeah, I think I actually held on to that information for quite a while. I could have actually bought at a lower price, but I was going around telling everyone at the office, and you know, actually one of the senior traders sat me down and said, like, you've got a trade idea, yeah, have you put money on it? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, why not? You know, you keep going around talking about it, put your money where your mouth is and actually do it. So that's when I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. So I actually got like spurred on by one of the senior traders here. So and yeah, now I'm sitting on a soybean gold mine. So also as well, in January it's the end of corn contract. I think it's a quarterly, I was told by another one of our senior fundamental traders here. So he was saying that when that comes round, if this is still rallying, it can either go one of two ways. Either it can go limit up or limit down. And if it goes limit up, I mean, this 40% that I'm in now could quite easily turn into something so much bigger.
Well, with that being said, if you're watching this and if you're still struggling with making money in the financial markets, reach out to us, learn the right things, forget about what you know, what you don't, just learn what works, because this definitely does, and you've seen it time and time again, especially with our traders on the trading floor making massive returns utilizing the right information.